In today's video, we're going to go over all the side Easter eggs discovered on the Reckoning in Black Ops 6 Zombies. There are some interesting ones. If you guys are excited, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure to hit that bell notification to never miss a single video, and let's jump in right into the video. For this next side Easter egg, we can actually get Aether, which we've seen this in Liberty Falls, which we can actually get this in the Reckoning, which is pretty cool because you can use this tactic to get high rounds or just have fun and troll your friends or just have fun with it. You need the wonder weapon, which is the Gorgofex, but you need to go into the Tower 1 Project Janice Perception. You're going to do a emote spray on this bathroom stall. You need to do a charge shot at that statue, and once you've done it successfully, it's going to lift up in the air and it's going to start following you. What you need to do is go into the pack-a-punch room and go where the beam is. You're going to stand at this platform right here. You're going to jump. You're going to float into the beam, which you're going to turn into an electric ball yourself. And once you fly into it, wherever you aim, that's where the laser beam will be headed, which is pretty cool. It's kind of weird and finicky as you play with it at first. It's pretty weird, but how you aim is where the laser point will be pointed at and do damage to zombies or other bosses, which is really cool. It lasts between 5 to 15 minutes in my game, and it was pretty cool. I just stayed in the pack-a-punch area and just trained zombies and just used the laser beam to get as much kills as possible with it. And it's actually pretty fun to use, and you can just take this anywhere around the map. I don't know if you can actually use this in the boss fight. That'd be pretty weird if you could, but it'd be pretty neat if someone actually does do that. But this is one of the coolest side Easter eggs inside of the map so far, which we've seen this in Liberty Falls. Like I said, this is a pretty cool element to this map. So for the first side Easter egg that we're actually going to go over, which is the free perk, which is pretty cool. So we go on top of the staircase and the executive suites, and you will shoot this Mr. Peaks teddy bear at the edge of the broken staircase, and you're going to shoot it. And then once you wait a couple of seconds, it's going to rise up. Then it's going to land on the railing of the upper staircase. Once you interact with it, it's going to fall back down, and it's going to create these rings with 100 essence in them. Basically, you need to parachute into this open area of the tower and fly through them while parachuting. And while you're doing this, it's going to take you through different levels of the tower, going through these hoops with essence, which the first one is executive suites. Then you will go through the research lab, and then the mutant research lab, onto the quantum computing core, then reaching the Project Janice reception. Make sure to go all through all the hoops. If you don't, you have to completely go up to the top and restart all of them. Once you have done it successfully and went through all the hoops, you'll receive your free perk, which so far I think this is one of my favorite side Easter eggs inside of the game because it's so much fun than the other ones that we've seen previously in Black Ops 6 Zombies. It adds more elements and more style to the gameplay other than just, shooting something, which you go through these hoops, get free essence, and you just go through all of them without messing up, and you get the free perk, which is a fun Easter egg to do. Thank you, Treyarch. I'm going to show you all the locations, power-ups in the Black Ops 6 Zombies Reckoning map, which is the side Easter eggs, which these are interesting. Every map in Black Ops 6 has these hidden power-ups that you can use to your advantage in certain scenarios of the map, which is pretty cool. So the first one can be found in the spawn area, which is max armor. If you look at turn 180, as soon as you spawn in, look through this window, and if you shoot on top of the armored truck, that will be your max armor. Now for full power. This one is very hard to see. If you go into the mutant research lab in Tower 1, you got to shoot between these little metal kind of weird looking structure, and if you shoot between the cracks, you will get full power. Now for double points. If we go into the quantum computing core and we look on this teleporter, if we look on the top, it's going to be hidden between these cracks. Once you shoot at this area, it will give you the double points. In this next one, this one's going to be quite tough. If you look through the middle window and the executive suites on top of the staircase, you will see this giant metal crane. Look through the middle window and shoot it right here at the specific spot, and this will give you bonus points. Now for the nuke. If you go in Tower 2, the sub-level 10, which is in the pack-a-punch room. If you go on this side next to the ammunition, right next to the crafting table, if you look into this caged area where the engine is, you can shoot right here, and this will give you the nuke. For max ammo, go to Tower 2, the Android assembly, right next to the Gobblegum machine. You're going to shoot above this AC unit or box, and the max ammo will be on top of that right there. Go into the spawn area, Project Janice reception, and shoot through this window that's all fiery. And if you shoot it right here, you will get the fire cell. The Instico power-up can be found at the Tower 2 Dark Entity Containment, and this window right here on top of the radio This next side Easter egg, you can actually get a free self-revive, which is kind of short and sweet. If you go into the director's office and go into this rack of pinballs, if you shoot it in this specific order, it will land the self-revive on the pool table. Yes, a free self-revive. And you actually add that up, you get 4 total self-revives in The Reckoning. This is how to get the jump scare in The Reckoning in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Head into the executive suites, and then you need to head toward the window on the left side of this portal, aim down sights, make sure you have a scope or a sniper. If you look at the picnic little mat on the ground, look at it for a couple seconds, and you'll get the Samuel jump scare. There's a side Easter egg in Black Ops 6 Zombies Reckoning that you can actually loot trash cans and get free loot, and possibly a free wonder weapon and perks. Once you go into the spawn area, you're going to see these trash cans. You can interact with them, and you have a chance for it to pop out loot. It could be salvage, it could be lethal equipment, or perks, or even a ray gun if you get lucky. But there is 2 in spawn, which if you interact with it and nothing comes out, then that means that one is just not going to give you anything, basically. Which if you come back into the director's office, there's going to be some in each corner. One can be found in the corner of the right side of Juggernog. Another one can be found on the right side of this doorway across from Juggernog. Another one can be found on the left side of the ammunition box. Another one can be found on the left side of the wallby right here. Another one can be found in the very back of the director's office next to the red teleporter. Once you interact with all the trash cans, if you go back into the main spawn area, which is Project Janice Reception, if you've done it right, this trash can in particular will be glowing yellow, which if you interact with it, it's going to give you all the loot, salvage, essence, equipment, lethal and tactical, and maybe other rewards if you get lucky. Which this can change how you play for each game, because each trash can give you something different, which can depend or depict on what kind of equipment or wonder weapon or ether tool you get based on that game, which can change how you play. This is how you can get a free ammo mod, ether tool, and a pack punch crystal in the Black Ops 6 Zombies Reckoning map, which this is a side Easter egg, which is one of the coolest ones. If you actually go into the spawn area, down on the floor onto the Project Janice logo and stare at the TV that has that same logo and shoot it, it's going to give you this kind of a gray and white picture on your screen, which you need to shoot these specific targets really fast. If you don't do it fast enough, you do have to restart, which once you've done it so many times, it's actually easier to remember, and you actually just follow the order. You can actually listen to a target signal, which it pops up, which you just need to shoot it. And once you've done it fast enough, it will give you that reward. You can actually do this 3 different times on 3 different rounds. And I think if you do it on round 10, you get a blue ether tool. Then at round 20 plus, you get a legendary ether tool, which can be good for boss fights and other setups inside of the map, which is pretty neat. Which so far, I think it's one of my favorite Easter eggs inside of the game right now, because it's so unique and it's really fun, and it really tests your aim and how good it is. In the next side Easter egg in The Reckoning in Black Ops 6 Zombies, we can activate a Samantha song Easter egg, which is very cool. We need to head into the spawn area, which is called the Project Janice Reception. We need to go through these metal detectors in this specific order and follow the video. So make sure you follow this pattern, because this is probably one of the coolest Easter eggs, well, side Easter eggs in Black Ops 6 Zombies. This is so cool. So once you've done all the order of the metal detectors, it's going to play the song, which I will play right now.
Cannot be scratched.
This is how to get a 4.0 traps in Black Ops 6 Zombies Reckoning. If you actually look on this map, there's traps basically everywhere. And if you actually see, it has 3 icons and it says ready. You can activate it at any moment, as long as you have the essence for it. Basically, all you need to do is get a lot of kills with the trap. And if you actually listen to the audio, it will say the trap is full. And basically, the next kill that you get will drop this hard drive. And basically, you need to take this hard drive to this box in the quantum computer area, and if you put it into this box right here, it would go in, and basically I will save 1 zombie so you can train it, and basically after you wait 15 to 30 seconds, I will say it was complete, and you can go into the trap, and the trap will be completely upgraded. And you can repeat this process 3 more times and get a 4.0 trap upgrade, which this thing deletes zombies and armored zombies on high rounds, which you can get the round probably 100 plus by doing this method, but I got the round 50 plus with this method, which is pretty cool. It's decent against the Uber classes, but not too really, it's not really all that worth it just to upgrade it to a 4.0, but it's pretty decent to obliterate hordes of zombies. This is the painting Easter egg in Black Ops 6 Zombies Reckoning. 1 painting can be found in the spawn area right behind this door. Place it down into the director's office on the right side of the wall for a free essence. The second painting can be found in the pack-a-punch room behind this box in this corner. Then place that painting on the left side of the other one in the director's office for another 500 essence. In total, you get 1,000 essence. This is how to get a chicken bucket in Black Ops 6 Zombies The Reckoning. This one's quite interesting. If you go into the executive suites behind this counter, throw an explosive and the chicken bucket will fall onto the counter. Then you need to find chicken wings all around this specific room. They're only in this room scattered around, which are finding corners, under the chairs, under the tables, and beside the counter. And once you find all of them, you can interact with that chicken bucket. It will go on your head, and if you actually go into third person or look at your friends, you can actually see the bucket on your head, which there's no really, I don't think it does anything for you. It's just a funny Easter egg to do and play with your friends, and it's just funny, but I don't think anything changes about the gameplay at all. For the song Easter egg, the first Mr. Peaks can be found at the director's office. The second one is found at the Dark Entity Containment, and the last one can be found at the Mutant Research Lab on the right side of this tube. You can also find these wooden boxes. You can destroy them and get salvage, or you can get vermins like I did. You can also melee the vending machines with melee macchiato to get free essence or anything else. I got a Casimir grenade or a black hole grenade, so it helps me survive longer. Or another quick side Easter egg, you can actually shoot the pool table and it will give you 100 essence, which it's not going to do it for me because I've already done it this game. We're going to press this pull that lever up here. Then we need to shoot the crystals inside of the pack-a-punch room. I'm pretty sure it's different every single game, but I could be wrong here. But I'm going to shoot these crystals over here. There we go. One more crystal right here, and that should be it. And once you complete that sequence, pack-a-punch will now be open. So there we go. Now I'm going to pack-a-punch my weapon here because I can actually do more damage. All right, so the next step, this is where people typically get this step wrong because you have to do it in a specific order. All right, I'm going to upgrade to a blue rarity. The first thing that we need to do is get the winter weapon, and we need to head into the Deadshot Daiquiri room, which is going to be the first word on this monitor here, which starts with a P. We got to make sure, the only thing we got to remember is the first letter of that word, which is P. And then the second letter of the first letter here for the second word is going to be right here in this room. I'm going to wait for it to flash on the screen here. So it's bellicose. So we have PB. So we're going to look at the periodic table of elements, and we're going to look for the PB blue tile on the screen here. And then whatever the number it is above it, that's the number we have. So there we go. We have 82, which we need 3 numbers. So we need to put a 0 behind it. So we have 082. So 082. And there we go. It's opened. The door will open. Open sesame. And also I think round 8 or higher is when the key card is being able to be picked up, because that's the only round I noticed that actually it's able to drop. So could be wrong there. So now we're going to see this weird looking machine with this chemical inside of it. We're going to kill zombies and it's going to turn into a vermin. We got to feed a vermins into this machine, up to 3 vermins. And it's going to get sucked into it once we take it down. There we go. So it's 3 vermins and 3 zombies. This one can be typically annoying because you just have to sit here and wait for things to turn into different creatures here. But I typically just sit here and just keep killing zombies until something happens, honestly. There we go. There's a second vermin going in there. We need 1 more vermin. This room is about to get crowded here. I'm going to take these zombies down over here. There we go. There's a vermin getting sucked in there. This should be the last vermin. So I think we need zombies now. So we're going to eliminate these zombies over here. Okay, another vermin going in there. There we go. Our first zombie is going in there. So we need 2 more zombies. Got this zombie right here. There we go. Second zombie going in. It seems like it's RNG when how many zombies are like sucked into this machine.
Let's see if this zombie can... There we go. There's the last zombie going into the machine. This should be the last one, and this machine will open so we can pick up that chemical inside of that machine. There we go. It's now opened, and we can pick it up. There we go. If you come into the mutant research lab on Tower 1, jump down this hole, and we're basically here at this location that we need to be, which is going to be the quantum computing core, which we have this weird kind of goo and organism that we have in our inventory. And basically, we need to go into different mushrooms in this room, and these are different every single game. Here we go. We have a mushroom right here. So basically, we're taking that organism and we're sucking this toxic gas inside of it. I don't know if it's going out or in. I don't know. It's either way. So we're just getting it done right now. So we're just going to sit next to it here. And once we're done, it should just, you know, put it away. I'm going to find the next one here. It seems like I get the same 3 every game, but I heard from other people that these are different every game. Walk around this room until you get this animation. It's actually a pretty fun step and very easy. So here we go. Etheric flora health. I'm going to do this last one here. So what I do is I just kind of go into a formation where I'm just walking around. The toxic gas does hit you here. It sucks. So you got to watch out not to go down here. There we go. We got it. So we got all 3. So the only thing you need is 3 mushrooms. That is it. Now we need to head into the dark entity containment room, which is Tower 2. So this one can be quite confusing. So we're going to look at these computers over here. Then we need to look at this specific lettering right here. Initiate power surge. We're going to see that. And basically we have to activate this one. We want to run around this whole entire room and look for other ones that look just like that one. Look, we'll activate the second one there. There we go. We're going to quickly run to the other side here, which I think this is the same order every single game because I've not seen a different order. And once you've done that successfully, you're going to see this electric surge go into the Forsaken, just like this. There we go. That's going to spawn in a boss here, which we need to take down the metal rods on the side. Really don't know what those are called, but I just call them metal rods on each side of his shoulders. And we need to take down each side of his armor here. By the way, his attacks are very strong. He will shoot this electric bolts at you. And if you're not like cautious of what he's doing, he will melt you and probably almost one-shot you if you stand in it for too long. There we go. We got one side destroyed here, and I'm going to destroy the right side here. Make sure we keep moving here because he will kill us with that beam. The thing is so strong. I shoot the second rod there. Metal plate, whatever we're going to call it. There we go. And after both plates are shot from each shoulder of the boss, we need to take him to this platform over here right in front of the Forsaken. We're going to sit here for a second, and once he lands on it like this, he's going to turn into this kind of beast form, and the Forsaken is going to go into this armor here, which is pretty insane. And the coolest part of this setup here, look at this. It's like a mini boss fight. And the Forsaken, you guys remember the Forsaken from Cold War Zombies? Yes, this is the guy. So we're probably not going to do as much damage as I want to because we only got blue rarity and pack a punch 1, but we might be here for a while. So put on your seatbelts, get some snacks, and enjoy the ride. I'm not doing as much damage as I want to here. Kind of struggling on damage. Damage. I need to get some damage merch or whatever. This kilo is actually pretty good on damage, man. It's so good. I could try to get a armor bot to see if that does anything more damage. There's exploded clouds. There is classes that spawn inside of this map that do explode during this mini boss fight, so watch out for those. I'm gonna upgrade to a light mint here. There we go. Let's see if this helps on damage or not. Holy crap, that's a lot of robot. Alright, so much damage you're doing. Yes, it does help with the damage. He's almost dead. Damage. There we go. In the second phase, we gotta do even more damage here. Damage. This part 2 boss is pretty simple and easy. Just gotta do as much damage as possible here. I don't know where the hell he's going. There we go. His weak points are in the middle of his chest here. He's almost dead. Keep doing damage. He is dead. Let's go. And once you have taken down the boss, he will drop this orb, interact with it. The particle or the ingredients will go inside of this little orb thingy, and it will pop into a wonder weapon just like this. Now we're gonna, which is called the Gorgofex. So we're gonna pick this bad boy up, and the animation of this wonder weapon is so badass. It's so cool. It's probably one of the coolest wonder weapons inside of Black Ops Zombies history, honestly. It's so cool. It even has a charge shot on it, so you can do a charge shot and it just deletes everything around it. But now I want to teach you guys how to upgrade this bad boy to the next rarity, which is going to be the blue rarity of this wonder weapon. Then we're going to look for Blanchard's room here. We're going to interact with this door here, and he's going to talk to us through the little window of the door. But if you guys are a fan of Blanchard, this next, it's not going to be, if you're a fan of him, man, oh well. All right, so now we need to head into the spawn area, and if we come over to the right side, we're going to see this red button. We're going to push that button. Then once we come in the middle next to the bubblegum machine, Klaus will come in here and he will activate, we'll start working on this computer, and we need to defend him while he's doing this step here. So you need to kill as much zombies while he's doing his work here. You need to defend him with his life, like your life depends on it. Once you have completed this step, he will die on the ground there. All right, once we're in the quantum computing core, we need to head down this elevator elevator right here. And we're going to parachute. We're going to hug the wall, interact with these red, yellow devices. Activate that one. Last one is at the very bottom. Activate the last one. And the elevator is now accessible. Now we're going to see these electric balls here. And they're going to shoot two different directions inside of this room here. Just like that. And using our wonder weapon, we need to take down these electric zombies until Panos spawns into this room. There we go. Panos will spawn in front of the room and he will start completely glitching out like crazy here. And you need to wait for a second here. We're going to interact with him here. And we're going to be stuck in him right here. He's going to push us back. It's about to be insane. Look at this. Panos is getting sucked inside of the Gorgofex right now to transfer it into a wonder weapon. Here we go. There it is. So we have this version of the wonder weapon. Now we can pick up the wonder weapon, and this is the blue version of the wonder weapon. This thing looks absolutely disgusting of a weapon, man. This thing is nutty like a griddly bar. And what's so cool about this wonder weapon is the blue version, you can do a single shot that takes out multiple zombies at once, or you can do a charge shot, which you hold down the fire button, and then you just shoot it like this. And just takes everything out and it sends the zombies to the ceiling, which is pretty crazy. It's insane. It might be one of my favorite wonder weapons inside of Call of Duty Zombies history because it is such a unique weapon and it's not a remade wonder weapon that we already have inside of the game, which is crazy to me. Let's do another charge shot here. There we go. It's going to send the zombies to the ceiling there, destroy their guts, send them back to the Dark Ether where they belong. I've never done an expo on this map yet, so I'm going to be doing my first, oh my god, my first expo. This might be impossible. Good damage, nice. Charge shot. Another charge shot here. We need to take this Klaus down. He is beefy as hell. Charge shot. He's like equivalent to Abomination, but much stronger. Charge shot. He is so strong. Spam him. Damage. All right, he's in part 2 phase. Charge shot. Boom. He's almost dead. Another shot. There we go. He's dead. Nice. We did it. Let's go. More XP. So let's move on to the next upgrade for the wonder weapon. All right. So basically, we're going to go back. Once you get the wonder weapon once again, we're going to go downstairs into the executive suit. And we're going to talk to Blanchard once again, which you cannot do this in the same game. It has to be in a different game. You can only upgrade one of the wonder weapons inside of the game. You cannot do both. So once we have talked to him, we're going to head into the quantum computing core. And you're going to see this Strauss counter. We got to pick it up. So basically we're going to pull out this device and it's going to say out of range. So we need to get a good signal that doesn't say we're out of range. So we need to rotate to different rooms here. All right. So we're into the main room here. It says medium. So that means we're getting closer to our objective here. Okay. So it's low. So we need to turn back around and head closer to that stronger signal. Well, it says medium over here, but it might be above us actually. Okay. Very high signal inside of the main room and the Forsaken room. So it is obviously beeping also. It's beeping tremendously crazy right now. Okay, it has to be under us. We have a very strong signal down here on our phone here. It is beeping very quickly here. So I'm guessing it might be one of these computers over here. It's literally right here, this computer right here. Oh, we found it. Let's go. We have the life drain serum. All right, now we need to find different parts, which is pretty much found in the same locations. They never change. So we need to find this fan, which would be right here. That's the first part. So the next part can be found in the quantum computer lab, the right side of Speed Cola. So come over here all the way to the right side. Then we need to pick up the set of tubings. And now we need to head back into the secret room that we got that weird chemical from. And the left side of this machine, look right here, and we need to pick up this box right here, which is a clean hood. All right, so now we need to head back into Blanchard's room, and all the components that we grabbed, we need to craft it at this desk right over here, right next to the doorway on the right side, and place that tube above that machine, and it's going to activate a lockdown. Here we have 1.5 minutes to complete this lockdown. We have armored zombies, regular zombies, Klaus's coming in, and Blanchard is getting suffocated with toxic gas, sadly. I think the best way is to sit in this corner, just keep shooting charge shots with your wonder weapon. Oh, these zombies are so fast. Holy crap. Do a charge shot. There we go. There is maintenance today. All right, 2 more seconds. We have this. We did it. Let's go. We survived the lockdown. All right, then Blanchard's going to come out, and he has been sacrificed, sadly. Yeah, now we can pick up the Blanchard's life essence, and we now have it. All right, so we're going to be taking HP while being in this, so we can drop this so we can get our HP back. We're going to come back over here into the secret room. We're going to craft it right here. For this step, I would recommend having
using decoy grenades and an ether shroud because we need to infuse life essence. It's going to take us a minute here. We're going to get this right here. We might go down. There we go. We got it. I want to need another decoy here. And look at this. We have the green version of the wonder weapon. This is about to be insane. Hey, I just want to see how strong this thing is. All right, I'm going to do a charge shot here. Let's do the damage here. Nice. All right, charge shot. Yeah, this thing is pretty strong, dude. Which this part of the Easter egg for this weapon is not very that difficult, but as you see here, you can see the chemicals on the ground, and once they run into it, it deletes the zombies once they walk into it, which is very nice. So you can just pretty much sit in this, shoot it at your feet, and everything around you will kind of deplete and die, which is very nice. Look at this. This is so good, man. This might be one of my favorite upgrades for this wonder weapon. I do like it though. And just to FYI, once you get one of the upgrades, you can actually pack punch the wonder weapon here. So there we go. We got pack punch 1, and it's going to make the upgraded version of this wonder weapon even stronger. Oh, we got a boss guy over here. Let's see the damage on this sucker. Come here, little guy. Come here. I'm gonna get one of your plates on your shoulder here. There we go. That is insane damage. Holy crap. Do the other side. I'm taking lots of damage here. Charge shot. I missed it. Let's do a charge shot there. Another charge shot. Another charge shot right there. There we go. Man, the damage on this thing is insane. Holy crap. Take down the Klaus robot there. We literally one-shot it. That is insane. The damage on the sucker is ridiculous. Yeah, it's definitely going to be the Rhino 100 strat because you can just shoot at the ground. And it's just going to create this toxic gas on the ground, and you can just sit in it, and all the zombies around you will die. It's pretty insane.